Stopped it this time. Welcome to All of a Sudden number 64, brought to you by Anchor.fm. If you guys want to start your podcast journey, do it now with Anchor.fm. We'll hear about that more later. Today, we're joined by Jacob, the hottest hands in the West, Mr. Bueno, if you're nasty.
Hey.
And of course, my cohort, as always, Julian. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Doing
Pretty
good?
good, man. Chilling.
All
right. I was just gonna say it's a little humid out here because it just rained or sprinkled a little bit out here. I don't know if it did over there where you guys are.
No, yeah, it did. What's one of the crazy things about El Paso is you can jump between like 4 seasons in a single day. I still remember one time in high school, like it literally did that. It was like bright and sunny, then it started to like snow, then it cleared up again, got like really ugly windy, and then it started raining. And I was like, what the hell? Like pick a weather, damn it. Like you can't just keep doing this to me. I need to know whether I need to bring a jacket or not, or like what kind of jacket to bring on, you know.
Yeah.
We can never forget the earthquake of 2008.
Wasn't it like freaking 5 months ago?
Something like that.
Well, there was one that was supposedly pretty big, but we had one in like 2008 or 2009 that everyone, I think, just made a joke about because it wasn't anything, but I guess people felt like a little so
they were like that old man from what is it, the Freaky Friday? Earthquake.
Yeah. So I guess we can just get into some topics here at All of a Sudden. Here at All of a Sudden, we are your, of course, number one stop for Halo and all Halo news, since we had a new news story about it every week for the past 3 weeks. But they just announced that Halo Infinite is now delayed. They're saying that it's going to come out in 2021 instead of the expected November drop date or late winter fall date, or when there was supposed to be a launch title for the Xbox Series X, but now it's pushed back to 2021, which in my mind could hurt the launch of the Series X. I mean, this was a big title, and it's pretty much what Xbox has had going for them as far as next gen. The next Halo game was supposed to be big, and now it's not coming out on Series X. How do you guys feel about the delay, and do you think it's going to hurt the Series X?
Go ahead, John.
All right. Obviously it's going to hurt the Series X. No doubt. Like that is like the Xbox title. That's like Nintendo coming out with a new console that's not Mario or not anything related to Mario. I guess I can kind of understand. They want more time to work on it. They need, to add that battle royale that everybody thought was going to happen, that they were like, nah, we're not going to do it. And that's probably why they're like, nah, we're going to push it back so we can get it, since there's money there.
They apparently, their response to it was, if you want the BR in Halo so bad, make it yourself. Since they have Forge mode where you can just make the mode, they said, hey, do it yourself. Which is like grade A, good quality.
Little comebacks.
Yeah.
I understand that it's so that way they could work on like the graphics, that way they could work on like the I guess like the game itself. Like
they're gonna polish it off, which I'm in full support of. I mean, Cyberpunk has been a victim to this recently, being delayed, I believe, twice now, because they want to make sure that when they release this game, it's so highly anticipated that they want it to be as good as close to perfect as it can get. So I do stand by them in that aspect of when you need to hold onto something for a little bit longer just to make sure it's perfect, go ahead and do it, especially with video games, and especially if people are going to start charging $70 for video games.
Yeah, wholeheartedly. Oh, sorry, Jacob.
I was just going to go off on that and say they tried doing that for a few games and, have been unsuccessful. Like, what was that game called? It was a zombie apocalypse game. It was supposed to be open world. There was like a biker.
Days Gone or something?
Days Gone, there you go. You remember how they kept pushing it? They kept pushing the release date, and they kept pushing. I think they pushed it like 2 or 3 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
and then the final game came out and it didn't really do hot
Ooh,
in terms of reviews and stuff like that, you know. So I don't really know much in Halo, but I do know that it is like a big Xbox game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I
for
mean,
it
it's
not to
pretty
come
much
out
their
with the
main.
X series,
It's their main title besides Gears of War. I think Gears of War is right there behind Halo.
Yeah,
yeah,
and I think they also had that other zombie game that used to like Joe. I forgot what it was called, but it's like where you could just. I know one of the titles you were like in a mall and you were just like
Oh,
chainsawing
Dead Rising.
zombies.
Yeah.
That's an Xbox title too, no?
Yes.
Um,
But
yeah, it's definitely gonna hurt them really hard. Um, and also, I mean, going off what you were saying, I do wholeheartedly support adding more time to the game because at the end of the day, you want the better product, and also you don't want like all these people busting on like crunch and all that stuff because then you end up what Jacob said, where with the game that's not right, like the game was there, like the idea was there, the concept and everything, but how it was designed and how it was finalized was just not what you were looking for.
I mean, it's funny that you brought up the fact that Dead Rising was in fact the Xbox One's release title, or one of the games. Rise, Son of Rome, I think was one. Forza New Horizon was one. Dead Rising 3 was one, and the Killer Instinct remake were all release titles for the Xbox One. Now, those aren't big blockbuster titles, but they were what you were gonna get if you got the Xbox as soon as it came out. So it's hard to say that. I mean, Halo might hurt not coming out with the Xbox One, but I don't think it's gonna hurt it by that much, especially if they have games like I'm sure maybe Cyberpunk, because Cyberpunk is set to release on current gen consoles with the upgraded option for next gen. So I mean, you have that to look forward to. So I don't think it's going to hurt them as much, but you might see that little hit coming into the next gen.
Yeah, definitely. Especially now with a lot of games, especially like right now, how we're playing that Fall Guys. That's like a really big independent game, and I really see a lot more people, going out and trying these different independent games instead of like the big titles. I mean, we still play Call of Duty, but I think we can all admit like it's fun to go out and try. Yeah. To go out and try these new little games every now and again to kind of like bide the time in between each one.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's. I mean, I think it's gonna hit them hard, but I don't think it's gonna be that bad, especially because I think one of the main games that Sony has is just Spider-Man and Horizon.
Which
in
I
my
don't
opinion.
think Horizon is going to be a launch title, but I believe Spider-Man should be.
Yeah. So
again,
so
nothing's
their main
confirmed
one is
yet.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, right now their main one is Spider-Man. Which, yeah, if they come out with a juggernaut like Spider-Man versus whatever Xbox is going to do, then that could hurt sales a lot, I think.
But it's not what I'm trying to say is Spider-Man is a juggernaut, but I don't think it's up to par or even close to what Halo is.
No, definitely
that
not.
Makes sense.
If they both came out at the same time, then I would have to give it to Halo because of how much work Halo has put in over the years. But I actually do have a potential leak again in regards to the Xbox's release. Now, somebody got their hands on a package of the next controller. Maybe they sent them out as demos or something. But on the package, it showed that the controller is going to be usable for the Xbox Series X and an Xbox Series S, which is letting people to believe that they might come out with a smaller console that might come with a smaller price range. Now, it also showed that the controller is covered under a 1-year warranty dating November 5th, 2021, which speculates that November 6th, 2020 is going to be the Xbox's release date.
Yeah, because obviously if it's a year warranty, then you just backtrack it a year and there you go.
Yep.
That's it's crazy how people are like figuring these things out by kind of, looking at things that are unconventional and then solving that.
You got to
Kind
pick
of
the
similar
pieces.
to one of our next topics, which is the Call of Duty, Cold War.
He said duty.
Kind of thing. God damn it. I think you and I were watching it on YouTube, right? You're watching Noah, and I was watching one of his other cohorts.
Yeah, I think you said
and
you were
how they were
watching John or someone.
Yeah, I was watching one of the British dude, and
Yeah.
it was interesting seeing them kind of come together to figure out like the little Easter egg with the new Cold War. I don't know if you've been watching the new ones, like the
yeah. I mean, as a little bit of backstory, or I guess kind of fill you guys in on details. Treyarch / Activision, because it seems like they're working together on this one because they are teasing a lot of the new Call of Duty game on Warzone. Now that is leading people to believe that Warzone is actually going to end up becoming a cross-brand thing where Treyarch and Activision hold it and keep that thing striving for, however long they want to keep it going. But I guess Warzone is such a big hit, they didn't want to kind of scrap it like they did Blackout, and they're going to keep this going. And within it, they're teasing the next Call of Duty game. Now, we leaked it, or we brought up some leaks a few episodes ago saying that it's going to be Black Ops Cold War. So pretty much what we're seeing in these little teasers is a bunch of old Cold War files, old World War II stuff, and a bunch of Russian things that kind of match up with what they're going to go for in the next game. So it's interesting, but I feel like it's also, I think they're taking too long with this because this specific event is a 6-day event. So each day they're releasing a little bit more information or a little bit more pieces of the puzzle. And ultimately, I think, like me personally, I didn't check in on any of it today. I've been with it since they released it Wednesday or Thursday. But like, I'm starting to fall off. Like, just give me the highlights. I'll check the highlights later. Like, I don't myself don't care to go in and actually watch streamers try to figure it out anymore.
It's especially because some of the streamers, they kind of like over hype it, or they like kind of, well, if you were watching like their Easter egg when they were trying to figure it out, I think they overthought a lot of things, and they kind of like were, I don't know, it was getting kind of like, oh my God. I was texting Joe, like as they were kind of figuring it out little by little. I was like, how are they not like Googling this? Like, just.
Yeah, but I mean, you say that, but when you have 100,000 people watching you trying to figure something out, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be like, oh, eureka, I'm gonna look up this, and this is what this means. I think it's a whole different situation, considering we're not them, and we don't hunt for these ourselves.
Treyarch, send us stuff.
Send us the projector. How do you feel about how long they're taking with this reveal, Jacob?
I don't know. When Call of Duty games are revealed, they usually start off with the teaser. They don't start off with this whole, kind of like a treasure hunt kind of thing, or Easter hunt, whatever. You know what I mean? They kind of just. I remember when the first Black Ops came out, or the second one. I even remember when Black Ops 3 came out. Like, it was so much hype because all they did was just give you a simple teaser, and that was it. And then they'd tell you,
did they use the Rolling Stones song on the first one, or was it the third one?
They did Paint It Black on one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was
pretty
like.
much.
I know
pretty
it was
much
Paint It Black.
How it used to be. I think it was just you got a
lot
little
of
bit of a teaser.
rock.
Yeah, you got a little bit of a teaser. Showed some of the gameplay with a hype rock and roll song, and then from there you would get more information as events like E3 or something like that would come up.
I know which one the third one was. It was that excuse me for it. It was the Symphony of the Devil.
There you go.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, dude. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. Like, this one better be top notch for them to be like taking it to this far. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you better know what you're doing, is what I'm trying to say. I'm pretty sure they do. They're experts, but I'm just saying, like, as a Call of Duty fan, you're taking too long, man. Drop the teaser, or like, come on now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I respect the effort they're putting in, but it is maybe they are drawing it out a bit too much. Maybe like a 2-3 day event. That would have been cool, but
yeah, like a weekend, like this weekend. That should be it. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
But as Joe said, I think it's leaning into like Wednesday, right? I think that's when.
Yeah, it's a 6-day event. It started Wednesday. Today was day 3, or I guess it started Thursday because today's day 3. We still got another 3 days to go of little pieces. So I guess maybe by next week we'll have something to report for you guys, something to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'm guessing it's gonna tell us to drink more Ovaltine. I'm just kidding, but it really felt like that.
Let me throw it to a quick commercial break, and we'll come back and give you guys some more goodies and info on some stuff. Stay tuned. Welcome back to All of a Sudden number 63, guys. 64. Jesus, man. Like, I'm telling you, I'm not good with numbers. I failed math all years of school. Jacob,
speaking of math,
you decided to start a fantasy football league for us. How do you feel about that?
Hey, man, it's my first time. It's not my first time playing it, but it's my first time hosting it. I did it last year for my first time, and I got 3rd place. I did pretty good. I did pretty decent. I'm not going to lie, though. There's going to be weeks where you guys are going to struggle. So I got this guy, Joe, into it, but not this guy, Julian, because he's dumb and he can't do it.
He doesn't like to have fun.
I'm dumb. Not sure. I don't like to have fun.
Yep, this is going to be my first official fantasy football attempt.
You've never done it before?
No.
I've done it maybe twice. And the first year I did it, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but somehow I was like doing good. All I knew is that I picked some good people, and my main points, I had Rodgers, and I think this was back in like 09 or 07 when he was like really just like hucking and chucking. And then we also had who are the two Driver, right? Driver and who's the other wide receiver that he would pass it to?
Jennings.
Was it Cole? Jennings. And man, it was just unstoppable. And not only that, but I would also get like the points when Rodgers would just like run and gun and slide. Oh, okay. That was a great year.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jacob, tell us more about it.
I'm just gonna tell you, like, for Joe, it's your first time. There's gonna be weeks where your star players are out. You're gonna find out within the 2 or 3 weeks of fantasy who your star players are, and then when they have bye weeks, you got to put someone else to take their place, or else it's gonna be an empty slot, and you're not gonna have any points coming in from that spot. You get me?
What if I have so many points that I don't even need those points?
Hey, then power to you, because there's been a couple times where, like last year, I had Patrick Mahomes as my quarterback.
Yeah, I know you did. The GOAT, the one and only.
And I had to bench him.
That's an interesting selection.
I had to bench him because they were on bye week, and then I had to put in Sam Darnold. And as you can see, Sam Darnold didn't do jack. So there's gonna be weeks where you struggle. Your points for these players that you think are good, they're not gonna have like strong numbers or whatever, and you're gonna be like, why do I have this guy? Maybe I trade him, and then you trade him for another player, and then you get the player that you traded for, and then he doesn't do good all year. So it's a hit or miss. It's a give and take. I'm just saying.
Had a boyfriend. Bet he didn't kiss ya.
You got to be smart about who you pick. And it's going to be 10 others or 9 others that are going to want the best players. So you just got to be smart about who you pick and where you pick them. You got to look at the bye week. You got to look at injuries. You got to look at who they're playing, stuff like that. It all factors into fantasy.
Who's your quarterback? Who's your main?
Oh, I'm not going to reveal that yet. Our draft isn't until Wednesday. This upcoming Wednesday is when our first.
Okay. So you guys haven't even drafted yet.
No, not yet.
Mm-mm.
And how do you guys know that football is even going to happen this year?
They've pretty much already said that they're going to go forward with it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're taking extra steps and stuff like that. It's kind of sounding like it's certain. It's sounding like it's already the ball's already rolling. Training
Yeah.
camp's already underway. Stuff like that.
I mean, the
But
Packers
you
at
never
Lambeau
know.
Field already confirmed that they're not going to have any fans in attendance for the first 3 games or 3 home games, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're already planning on opening up the stadium to games.
Yeah. Unless something.
Hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
If they do that whole cardboard thing that they did with baseball, would you get one, Joe, for Lambeau?
What cardboard thing?
Oh
So
yeah.
right now at the baseball games, so that way they can make it look like there's like not empty seats. They're putting like cardboard cutouts of people like just sitting down, like
I saw that they
in the
did digital
chairs.
fans like a one weekend. But I don't know about cardboard fans. That's
Would
funny.
you get one though if Lambeau opened up like, hey, you know what, have your own little fathead Joe?
Oh, you can make
like,
yourself and put yourself into the stadium. Is that?
yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
think it was
funny.
only like $100 too.
That's funny.
That's dope.
And what's really cool is some people are actually putting like famous people. I think one of them put like Dimebag Daryl was one of them. Another one was Robin Williams, Lemmy.
Oh God.
I think Tom Hanks was another one.
Nice.
No, would I drop $100 for that? No. That's funny, but I wouldn't just throw away $100 to
be like
imaginary be in Lambeau Stadium.
But then you would actually be in Lambeau. You yourself, your physical cutout of yourself would be in Lambeau.
I'll get there when the Chiefs play the Packers, so that way I can watch the GOAT versus GOAT go at it. I'll be there.
Wow.
So speaking of GOATs,
who do you guys see? Oh, speaking.
I was gonna
goats.
transition, but if you wanna,
how are you gonna transition? Like, what's the GOAT? I don't know.
Oh, the 90s.
Kind of threw me.
90s is the GOAT.
GOATs. 90s is the GOAT.
Yeah. Anyone who wasn't a 90s baby aren't goats. They're sheep.
I mean, sure.
I was barely a 90s baby.
No, you
were
weren't,
you like
Jacob.
on the cusp of 90, 99, 98?
I was 99 February.
Oh my God, you were not a 90s baby, Jacob. You didn't even
that's essentially like the thousands. But yeah, so like speaking of the 90s, one of the like a real quick point, there was this video on YouTube. It was like a little fan made teaser trailer for like a serious take on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was like a lot less, comedic, a lot less. It was a lot more grounded, a lot more real. And
I don't want that.
Yeah, so I guess it picked up a lot of popularity over the past year or so. And now I believe HBO or that other one, the Peacock, might be they're in talks of actually making it a real thing. And I wanted to see you, Joe, being a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air man.
No, if you're telling me it's
El Paso born and raised.
If you're telling me it's gonna be like if HBO does it, okay, I can get behind it because HBO makes some quality programming. But if it's NBC or something like that, it's just gonna be like a Riverdale or a high school kind of drama thing, and I'm not about that. I'm not
Riverdale.
They kind of I mean, obviously it's still up in the air because they're kind of just using the popularity of this commercial or this trailer to go off of. So right now we don't really know what's going to happen. We just know that it's been kind of confirmed that they're going to do something based off of this trailer. And, one of the main reasons, or I guess the main reason that Will is having to go to the Fresh Prince, the Fresh Prince to Bel-Air. Yeah, sorry, is because I guess he gets into a fight, like in the original show on the playground.
But it wasn't like as goofy as it.
No, it's a lot more serious. Like I think it involves like he has a gun to protect himself, and God. The cops go and they arrest him. And then Uncle Phil bails him out, and he's like, "No, you're the mom's like, you're living with your auntie and your uncle." And I was
in Bel-Air.
In Bel-Air. but it's like
that's just silly.
It's really like serious. It looks cool. They had like a jazz character in it, and a lot of people are trying to figure out.
Fresh Prince already did. I mean, Fresh Prince was good enough where it had comedy and serious undertones. Like you don't mess with it. Don't mess with what's not broken. Stop investing so much on rebooting things that were already good, and focus on things that were bad. Yeah, Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man was already amazing. They didn't need to come out with the Tom Holland nonsense.
You mean Spider-Man was amazing? I think you
Amazing Spider-Man was amazing.
Spider-Man was amazing.
And they did not need Tom Holland to come in and try to fill the shoes that was Andrew Garfield on a mantle.
You mispronounced Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire.
I do. I am a big fan of Tobey Maguire. I really did enjoy the Amazing series, even though everyone gives it shit.
It's funny, but I guess to further go down that route of 90s movies, as you guys knew or know, last week I was talking about Marvel auctions, which had come through. I believe Jacob was one of the ones that answered the question if he could get any Marvel prop. It was the Punisher shirt or vest?
Yeah, it was the vest. Yeah.
Which was really freaking cool. Like I didn't even think about Punisher. I think Jeremiah went with like Cap Shield, and Lucy went with something about Spider-Man. I don't think she could like narrow it down, but she definitely wanted something from the Spider-Verse as well.
Everything from Spider-Man. She just had all Toby, Andrew, and Tom sitting in her room.
But this week was an interesting week because it had to do with a lot of 90s memorabilia. And the main showboat was Weeboo. I don't know if Joe could put like a little image of Weeboo or whatever here from the Flubber movie, and it's a little yellow robot. But nonetheless, it was really cool. Like there was a lot of neat knickknacks and stuff from.
But what about Patty Wax?
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely give a dog a bone with some of these things.
Quality.
Yeah. But nonetheless, it kind of left me wondering. It kind of wanted me to further down, go further down this rabbit hole, so to speak, and ask you guys whether or not if there's any prop or movie item from the 90s that you would like to have.
Man, I was thinking about this before, and then I really love the Small Soldiers movie. Like that was a fantastic movie.
Quality choice.
And I would just love like the entire set. You know what I mean? Like that would be dope. I can imagine how expensive they must be. I didn't look them up, but
would you get the Commando Elite or would you get
the Gorgons?
The Commando Elite. The Commando Elite.
You would just want the Commandos?
I mean, if he's just asking me, if he's
Mm-hmm.
asking me just between the Commando Elites or the
Gorgons?
the monsters or whatever, yeah, the Gorgons.
Thank you.
If it's between those two, I'm taking the Commando Elite. But I'm taking all of them if I want to. I mean,
yeah, I think it's safe to say you could take the whole lot. I'd want the whole lot. 100%.
Yeah, like it's what, like at least maybe 16 total characters.
Yeah,
I mean the only real character I remember from the Commando Elite is Chip, but I know I can like visualize at least 3 of the other guys.
Yeah,
and from the Gorgonites or whatever, obviously Archer. You got the crazy guy, the Twist.
Mm-hmm.
That like other guy that had like a kind of like a wrecking ball hand or something.
Mm-hmm.
And
no,
the other one that hops, right, with like an eyeball.
Yeah.
For a non-90s baby, Jacob, that was a quality choice. Kudos.
That is really, really quality. I didn't even think about that, and oof. It actually makes me think back to there was a year where they were selling both Chip and Archer.
Yeah, I had an Archer with the crossbow attachment. He would attach it to his arm, and he would launch. It was awesome.
God, I wanted that toy so bad, and I don't know why. Me being another 90s kid and really into comic books, I ended up going for Batman instead. My mom made me choose between the two. I mean, I got the the Batmobile, so that was really cool, but I would have loved to have had Archer like just hanging out right here. What about you,
who would
Joe?
you guys go for?
As far as my choice, I think
Mrs.
it would have to be
Doubtfire's mask.
the whole Mrs. Doubtfire suit, 100%. No, isn't that it's an 80s movie?
No, it's 97, 98.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Nonetheless, my favorite movie from the 90s, or at least one of the top, it has to be Jurassic Park. So if I couldn't get the entire Mama T-Rex, then I would settle for just like the Jeep, one of the gas-powered Jeeps.
That'd be dope.
So
that sounds
see
dope.
that'd be really cool. Honestly, I mean, one of the things that they're having this upcoming week is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and one of the props is the actual Cadillac that they're driving. I think it's Leonardo DiCaprio's. So I mean, to have the Jurassic Park Jeep, that would definitely be sick.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, if it were 80s, I'd go for the DeLorean, but the Jurassic Park Jeep, top choice. It took me a little while to kind of come up with something. I was having a little bit of trouble trying to think because there's just so many choices. But honestly, because of my love for the Matrix, as much as I love it, I would definitely either want like and these are models. These are actual models that I've seen, so I know they exist. So I would either get one of the, dang, I'm blanking on the name, but the machines, with the little tentacles or whatever. Or I would go for Morpheus's glasses, the ones that just stay on your, especially because these fall so much. And the fact that Morpheus's can just like stay on his nose and not, fall
Not
a single
budge.
time. So I would go for Morpheus's glasses.
Okay. So, I mean, with that, we bring out that question to you guys. What 90s memorabilia from the movies would you, it doesn't even have to be a movie. We can, max it out to shows if you want. But what 90s memorabilia would you guys want to keep for yourselves? With that, though, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. Thank you, Jacob, for stopping by, helping us out and talking fantasy football with us. But we'll see the rest of you guys next week for episode 65. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching this on 107s. We still have our mac and cheese review up, so check it out and see if you want to try some crazy Cheeto mac and cheese. If you're listening to us on
have
true. Yeah, if you're listening to us on
a few stickers.
If you're listening to us on any podcast platform, make sure to give us a 5-star rating, and it'll help us a great deal. If you do still want to make a difference and support, we do have Black Lives Matter stickers still available, as Julian just showed.
While supplies last, we're starting to get into the end game right now.
Yeah, so you guys have been doing a real good job supporting us with those, and for all of you that are picking them up, thank you so much. And till next time, guys, we'll see you next week.
And definitely keep sending the pictures. I do want to give a quick shout out to one of our high school teachers named Mr. Sanchez on his retirement. I think he was in the school system for about like 50 years or something like that. So congratulations, sir. Well deserved. He was a strict teacher, but he was a cool teacher. He was pretty good. So thank you. As always, guys, stay sunny and see you next time.
See you guys next week.